Kenya School of the Corporate World. So it's basically things that people are taught before they get into the corporate world. Ile shule yao wanaendanga. Okay, good morning class.
Good morning teacher.
How are you?
Fine, thank you teacher.
So today we will be learning about salamu za email. 1. Who just says hello? Who?
No.
You must hope that the email finds them well. Thank you. You must, as the sender of the email, you must trust that they are well.
Now you have learnt about how to make greetings on email. So the characters of an email. 1. Greeting. 2. Purpose. The purpose of an email is not to communicate any important information. Are we clear?
Yes, teacher.
The purpose of an email is to set up a meeting. Are we clear?
Yes, teacher. Meeting.
Never communicate, set up a meeting.
Okay.
If you feel that whatever you want to say is short, brief, and can be communicated in 30 seconds, it is not true. You must set up a meeting.
Yes.
You must follow up the email with confirmation of the meeting. You must send an email to set the time of the meeting, to have everybody confirm the meeting. You must change the time of the meeting at least twice at the minimum. If you wanted to share this information on Monday, do not anticipate the communication being shared until at the very earliest Thursday. After the meeting, you must
Email.
send an email. That is good. You get extra credit.
Thank you, teacher.
I clap more, guys.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, teacher.
I see you all well. Okay. Like I said, we are now going into the chapter of connecting with our consumer. As you all know, we will engage in lots of events such as brand activations, product promotion, and so on. Events are very central to this. Now, we will discuss some of the most important things that you need at an event.
Okay.
Who will manage the program and guide people from step to step in the program? The MC.
The MC.
Wow. Who will entertain the guests while they're eating dinner?
Dancers.
Dancers. Wonderful. After all the technicalities and formalities are done, who will make people dance at the very front?
MC.
The DJ.
The DJ. Okay.
Wonderful. But let it be known that whenever there's a problem with our budget, who will we cut first?
The DJ.
The DJ. Who will get half of what they quoted? The MC. Wonderful.
MC.
You guys are wonderful. Class. Great. Indeed, they are the hearts. But do we truly value them?
No.
Wonderful, class. You are catching on. But what must always be remembered? What will we not cut from the budget?
Dancers.
The food, catering must always be top.
Yes.
And dancers, teacher.
The dancers must always be there.
Yes.
So, in as much as we need arts and entertainers, we will always cut them first.
We're just continuing. In fact, carrying on from that, we're actually moving to chapter 4. Money as a means of exchange. In business, it's always about the bottom line. It's good that you've mentioned the dancers, because when they bring their bottom line and use it well, they get paid. Now, there's a reason for saying that. In the business world, we all know consumers come in, buy our products, and they give us money. But to promote these products, we have to employ creative people, artists, whether it's designers, graphic designers, voiceover artists, actors, dancers even, whatever it may be. Ensure that you always have 3 options. Number 1, the real price in terms of cash. That one is for the lawyers. The negotiated price, the one for which you will be rewarded at the end year company Bonus. Christmas party. And then the one that we use most commonly, exposure. Always ensure that you give exposure priority. Always make it sound like your CEO or your MD is a celebrity, for in front of whom the actor should be privileged to even stand. Exposure, our latest medium of exchange. Use it wisely. Yes?
Does exposure pay bills?
We are working on partnering with a number of establishments. Where you can carry vouchers that say exposure, and you'll receive in exchange milk and bread and all the things you need, including rent.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wonderful. Good evening, class. Good evening.
Good evening.
Where is John? John ako wapi? I made the show.
Done.
Oh, okay. Good. Now, Tisha Yafesi taught you the other class about exposing. Eh?
Yes.
Today, I want to teach you something very important. Dealing with supplier payments. Dealing with?
Payment.
Now, step number 1. Can you write this down? It's very important. Can you write down signatory? Whenever you're dealing with a supplier of any kind, hata kama ndio alikuletea chakula, the signatories are always outside the what?
Country.
Thank you. Even though you are sitting at your table looking at the signatory, mither to mither, the signatories are always where?
Out of the country.
Good, you are good students. Good students. Now, you know you can only say the signatories out of the country for so long, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, the next thing you must always say, once the signatory is back, is that you are awaiting a payment from another client. Okay? You are awaiting payment from another client. What this symbolizes is this. We had your money, but we ate it. And we are growing fat, so you continue growing thin. After all, we are living in an obese society. Have you gotten those two?
Yes.
Number 1 is signatories are always abroad. Number 2 is the money we are waiting for is still coming. Very good.
Anytime you're about to start a fight in writing, always start the sentences with kindly. Kindly refrain from burdening us with things that are outside the scope of this project. Kindly, please note, there's also please note. This is in writing. Yes,
I
question.
know another one.
Yes.
As per my previous email.
Yes. You can use words like as per my previous email, or if you want to sound like you're really high ranking, pursuant to our previous conversation.
You know, we are empowering all of you to go to corporations. To go to where?
Corporation.
Corporations. But just because you're in a corporation does not mean you must cooperate. Let me tell you why. The day you throw yourself under the bus is called career suicide. That's why you must perfect blame game. It's never your fault. Why was there no tea in the tea room? You forgot to organize, but the tea lady should have seen that there's no tea. Kindly follow up with the tea department. The server is down. You are the chief of IT. It's not your business. The Zuku people. Sorry, Zuku, if you're here. Sorry. You are just an example of a corporation that does not deliver. It's just an example. You could have named others Kenya Power. You know, but you Zuku came first because everybody does not want you anymore.
Wow.
But Kenya Power, we cannot run away. So if it is the Zuku that is down, you say it's not your problem, the server crashed. Zuku did not come in good time. So, lesson is never take blame for anything. Why were you late? The dog woke up with a cold. How was that my business? Go sort it out.
Every corporate thrives on what? Urgency.
Yes.
And I will talk about the 4 stages of urgency because we always want it done right now. Wonderful. Yes. Stage 1, when you send the email, always make sure you use the word revert. Okay? Revert. Even though you don't fully understand how it works, just always say revert because it makes you look intelligent. Wonderful. Now, in the event that they do not revert,
Yes.
okay? Step number 2, you must take it a step further, okay? Always take it a step further. Step number 2, what do? You follow it up with a text message. And you tell them, hey, have you seen my email? Please revert. You must use the word revert again. After the 3-4 SMSs, they still do not respond. They may have someone sick in hospital. They may be on holiday. But no, you must have it done right
Now.
What do? You call the phone. Not once, not twice, not thrice, not even 4 times. 7. Can we be in agreement? 7. You call them 7 times. 7 is a lucky number. Maybe they will get back to you. That is stage number 3. If all else has failed and stage number 3 does not get the response that you want, you escalate. Somebody say escalate. Escalate. How do we escalate? No. You don't say BCC because they will not realize that you have escalated the thing.
CC.
You CC.
Yeah.
And upon CCing, you call the person's spouse, their boss, their brother, anyone. Because what has to happen, right? It must happen. Thank you.
Good evening, class.
Good evening, teacher.
So today we are going to talk about payment. Paying suppliers. But there's a category of suppliers that was not spoken about. And this category is the creatives, freelancers, influencers. It is up to us as corporates to keep them on their toes. We must sharpen their skills. We must ensure that they stay creative. With creatives, freelancers, influencers,
Yes.
things like invoices, contracts, they're not important. You must not honor them. One, you must take the longest number of days to honor the invoice if you want to honor it. So, When you are talking about the terms of payment, throw down numbers like invoice will be honored after 287 days, 300 days. If you must be sympathetic, maybe 90 days.
Maybe.
Contracts are not they are not there to be followed. They are more like a guide so that they know how you will deal with them. So it is important that you remember that. What is not important? Invoice. What else? Because we are doing what? We are keeping them on there. If it is not for us, they will not be creative. Thank you.
How many people in this class, I am sure there are none because we are corporate, but have you had an experience with suppliers?
Suppliers.
Suppliers.
Yeah.
The people who give you surprise.
Yes.
Those ones. Now, the thing is this. When it comes to suppliers, in fact, let me begin with you people in the class. You will rise up the corporate ranks, and you will get to a point where you are allowed to do what? To play golf. You can play golf. Which other thing is there that people play over the weekend? Polo. You can ride the horse.
Squashing.
Just jogo.
Squashing.
Even squash. You know where we come from. Squash is juice, but it's all right. So you play the squash. Then now the thing is this. That is your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. It is family time. We'll find you in expensive establishments, enjoying platters, a little bit of pizza on the side. You add some bananas. You just have fun. However, always take note that your suppliers, they are not human. They work and are on call and are ready to deliver 7 days a week. But because you are busy playing golf, make sure all briefs are submitted either Friday at 4 p.m. or you convince one of them to be available on Saturday to receive the brief so that she can get the rest of her suppliers to work on what? Sunday. Remember, they are just statistics, and they are people just tabulated as line items by your HR people, your procurement people. Utilize your procurement people. If they don't work into the work, they can't work Sunday, they can't work Saturday. When do they want to work? They don't play golf.